Here's Tyler Newsome now. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And that'll skip out of bounds inside the 20 at the 17-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Now the leading rusher for the Pats last year is a rookie, Sony Michel. Levante David, the Bucs' leading tackler, 6 of the last 7 years in there to make the stop.
Right there. 54. Coming for his son. Shit. Slam. Zoom. Box it. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout call. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On second down, Michel. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
We got trips over here. There's overload.
Rodgers going to throw. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 12 yards there. Good for a Saints first down. Looking back to Cooper's numbers from last year after that trade, he ended up playing 9 games with the Cowboys in 2018. 725 yards, 6 scores. Also had the 100-yard game in the playoffs against the Rams. And if you add up the numbers between the two teams last year, he was over 1,000 for the 3rd time in 4 NFL seasons.
Check it out.
Now a first down carry. It's Michel. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. Keeping it on the ground on first, Michel. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
The first carry now for Doug Martin. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
258. Over. Hey, 626. Get that quarterback. Five. Set. 52 is the mic right here, over there, right? 52. Jim.
Rodgers now throwing again. And Martin's got it, complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Call it a gain of 3. And just like that, it's third down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. By kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Box it.
On first down, Michelle. Levante David in on the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
From the 45 on second down, Rodgers going up top for Kupp. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. He'll let this go for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Cooper Kupp, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Now Matt Prater for the point after. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
This is Kenyon Drake, the fourth-year man from Alabama. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Kyle Van Noy, the Pats' leading tackler in their Super Bowl run, in on the stop. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. The give running right, Drake. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
A 2-yard loss brings up 3rd down.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes his quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
54. Switch. Roll right. Boom.
On 2nd down now, Michelle. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle, because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Watch safety creep. Hey, 88. Tighten up. Box.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Michelle. Skirts by him at the 35. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. The Saints 1st down there on a gain of 11.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
319. 54. Stop your whining. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
1st down. Here's the run with Martin. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Let's get some penetration here. Hey, one set.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the... Panthers 40.
A gain of 21 yards. First down, New Orleans.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40.
Let's go with me. Exit. Slam. Check.
Here's Rodgers. And this one's incomplete. He was looking for Cooper Kupp there, but it'll be second down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Watch the run. This side, baby. That's baby side.
Hey, seam 6.
Right there. 54 Mike. Tackles. Yeah, Liz.
Throwing again. Rodgers. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 20-yard line.
It's a gain of 20.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They'll run on first down. Michelle. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. To throw, it's Rodgers. Blitz coming, and down he goes. On 3rd down, Michelle. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. He hit his first, now this from 43. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
Prater now will send it away following the made field goal. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
To throw again on second down. Murray fighting, lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he's into the end zone. A fumble return and a Saint touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower post-game. Extra point good by Prater. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
And what is going on here? Are they serious? First down, and they're in punt formation. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
That's caught inside the 20. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Prater for the extra point. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The final two quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff...
Well, the ball is out. Michelle lost it. And the Panthers have recovered. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what... do, but hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations, big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed as they were going through, that the ball wasn't working its way free before the knee hit the ground.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
On play action, Rodgers. He'll find Ballore out of the backfield. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Well, they only needed a small gain on third down. They end up getting over 30 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense.
Now Michelle. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
No. 58. 54 Mike. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. 6 guys. Live.
Again, it's Michelle. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first.
Sponge. No.
On the ground, Michelle. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 43. Running, it's Drake. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after them now.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Mike 53. Hey, pick your game up.
They stay on the ground with Drake. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and 9.
Let's go now. Ancient Gator. Hey, watch the ball.
On 3rd down, Drake. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 13 yards, 1st down, Panthers.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll run with Drake. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Mike, I'm coming.
On 2nd down, it's Drake. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one, and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The Panthers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. To throw, it's Murray. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And incomplete, almost intercepted. Had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. And now 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Here's the Panthers punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? Best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Nick Bosa make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Here comes the Saints punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. It's taken to the 26. That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, here's your bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Nick Bosa in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They'll give to Martin here out of the gun. And this will be a pickup of 4 here, up to their own 20.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down.
Check. Fresno. Hey, 88. Mike's 50. Zoom. Look again.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Going up top for Cup. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Here comes the Saints punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. This is away, and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Flush to his right. And incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Here's Murray. He'll find Metcalf. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Now Howard. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
That was well coached and even better executed because you saw him looking for the cutback lane, never materialized, and had excellent pursuit to stack that play up.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Murray sets to throw on 4th. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Green 18, 54. Hey, take 26. Green 18.
Rodgers throwing here. And that'll be incomplete. The intended receiver, Sony Michel. And it's 2nd down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Rodgers. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw again, Rodgers. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. They'll find him. Find him.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
At their own 21
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to. And that's caught inside the 30. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Drake. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Zerline's kick is up and through. And that will narrow this, if that's even the right word, to a 30-point deficit. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but, Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations,